In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on October 30th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Dallas Mavericks versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Dallas Mavericks, riding an impressive undefeated streak, head to Memphis to take on the struggling Memphis Grizzlies. This Western Conference clash is a study in contrast, with the Mavericks' offense clicking on all cylinders while the Grizzlies find themselves in a slump. It promises to be an intriguing matchup, with these two teams heading in opposite directions. The Dallas Mavericks aim to secure their 3rd consecutive victory after narrowly defeating the Nets with a 125-120 home win on Friday. Luka Doncic led the way with a spectacular performance, scoring 49 points, grabbing 10 rebounds, and dishing out 7 assists. Tim Hardaway Jr. contributed 19 points coming off the bench, while Kyrie Irving added 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. As a team, the Mavericks shot 48% from the field and connected on 15 of 36 three-point attempts. The game remained tightly contested throughout, but the Mavericks pulled away in the 4th quarter, scoring 37 points, thanks to some late-game heroics from Luka Doncic. In contrast, the Memphis Grizzlies have endured a challenging start to the season, hoping to break their 3-game losing streak after falling to the Washington Wizards with a disappointing 113-106 road loss on Saturday. Desmond Bane led the Grizzlies with 26 points and 5 assists, while Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zaire Williams each scored 16 points. David Roddy added 14 points off the bench. As a team, the Grizzlies shot just 42% from the field and made 19 of 47 three-point attempts. They struggled to find their offensive rhythm, falling behind by as many as 25 points before making a late, albeit futile, run. The Mavericks, given their performance so far and the absence of Ja Morant on the Grizzlies' side, are the stronger team on paper. They carry the momentum into Monday's game, boasting the 6th highest schedule-adjusted offensive rating, while the Grizzlies rank 17th. Dallas is 9th in effective field goal percentage and excels in shooting at the rim. Luka Doncic, the Mavericks' star player, is on fire, averaging an astonishing 41 points per game. This stands in stark contrast to the Grizzlies' leading scorer, Desmond Bane, with an average of 24 points per game, leaving the team struggling offensively. The Mavericks lead the league with an average of 126 points per game, whereas the Grizzlies lag behind at 22nd with just 105 points per game. Additionally, the Mavericks boast a field goal percentage of 47.9%, while the Grizzlies have 42.9%. ESPN Analytics also predicts a win for the Mavericks with a 54.7% probability. While the Grizzlies are traditionally a tough opponent at home, they have been plagued by offensive struggles in their first 3 games, notably missing Ja Morant. The Dallas Mavericks have some defensive issues to address, but their offense is in fine form, with Luka Doncic emerging as one of the league's top players early in the season. The Grizzlies need to demonstrate their capabilities before they can garner support. Given these statistics and the recent form of the teams, the Dallas Mavericks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Grizzlies' offensive shortcomings are evident, especially without Ja Morant, and the Mavericks, while capable of lighting up the scoreboard, will face a tough Grizzlies defense, which currently ranks 2nd in the league in defensive rating. The Grizzlies have been particularly stingy around the rim, limiting their opponents to a 55.7% shooting percentage within 5 feet, the 6th lowest in the NBA. With the Mavericks relying heavily on three-pointers, they could struggle to score at times. A high-scoring affair is unlikely, and we anticipate that these two teams will not reach over 227 points on Monday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Heat versus Milwaukee Bucks. A playoff rematch ignites the atmosphere at Pfizer Forum on Monday night as the Miami Heat make a return to the scene of their first-round advancement. The Milwaukee Bucks, as always, hold home court advantage. The Miami Heat, last season's Eastern Conference champions, had a turbulent regular season but managed to clinch the conference title. While it's still early in the current season, Miami's 16-point loss to Minnesota has raised questions about a potential repeat of their regular season struggles. Their mission on Monday, with Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, and Caleb Martin returning to action, is to secure another victory. Their offensive efficiency ranks 28th in effective field goal percentage, largely stemming from a high volume of mid-range attempts with a low conversion rate of 31.7%. The Heat also struggle to convert around the rim, shooting at just 56.8%. On a positive note, they rank in the top 10 for three-point shooting with a 38.7% success rate. Although their three-point attempts are in the bottom 10, Miami's slow pace helps limit turnovers, placing them among the best in the league in this regard. Shot selection will play a crucial role in determining the Heat's success this season. Surprisingly, the Heat's defense has been mediocre in the early part of the season. While they manage to force misses, they are plagued by one of the NBA's worst defensive rebounding rates, allowing opponents multiple opportunities. This is a departure from last year's team, which excelled in grabbing rebounds. It's important to remember that it's only been 3 games, so this isn't yet a concerning trend. The Heat also lack shot blocking, but they compensate by preventing opponents from reaching the free throw line. Their opponents have converted just 66.7% of their free throws. Although Miami's defense hasn't been dominant, a stronger presence in the paint will make them a formidable team moving forward. This isn't just another game for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo, K.A. Tris Middleton, and all the returning players from last year are hungry for revenge after their first-round playoff exit as the top seed in the Eastern Conference. Damian Lillard aims to demonstrate that the Heat should have paid whatever price necessary to acquire his services. The fans want Miami to hear their frustration. Milwaukee's new offensive approach, even after just one game, poses challenges for a Miami defense that struggles to close out possessions effectively. The Bucks have a potent offense without factoring in extra possessions. On the flip side, the Heat's over-reliance on mid-range shots could lead them into further trouble. The Miami Heat may have a rest advantage, but their lack of wing players, such as Josh Richardson, Caleb Martin, and Haywood Highsmith, is a disadvantage in a game against the Bucks, where perimeter defense is crucial. The Bucks, who are still missing K.A. Tris Middleton, are motivated for revenge after being eliminated by the Heat in last season's playoffs. While the Heat should have Kevin Love back on the court, the absence of Caleb Martin and Josh Richardson weakens their defensive capabilities. The Bucks, coming off a rare blowout loss, are poised to bounce back strongly. If the Heat were closer to full strength, taking the points might be an option, but that's not the case. So the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In the previous 7 meetings between these teams, all games went over the total, and judging by their performances this season, Monday's matchup is poised to continue this trend. The Bucks play at a high tempo and have been struggling to force misses. They also frequently get to the free throw line, and their opening game saw them concede numerous free throw attempts to their opponents. The Miami Heat, on the other hand, have been fairly successful at forcing misses early in the season but allow many second-chance scoring opportunities. Their 38.7% accuracy from beyond the arc is an asset when it comes to scoring. Expect this to be another high-scoring game, potentially with a physical edge. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Golden State Warriors versus New Orleans Pelicans. A Western Conference NBA showdown is set as the Golden State Warriors visit the Smoothie King Center to face the New Orleans Pelicans on Monday night. The Warriors are 1-1 on the season and are playing their second game of a back-to-back, having been on the road against the Houston Rockets on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Pelicans are off to a strong start with a 2-0 record, including a 96-87 home victory over the New York Knicks on Saturday. This game marks the first of 3 meetings between these teams and promises to be an intriguing test for both squads. The Golden State Warriors are aiming for their 3rd consecutive win after comfortably defeating the Rockets 106-95 on the road last night. Stephen Curry led the team with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, with Klay Thompson contributing 19 points on 7 of 1-2 shooting, and Gary Payton adding 15 points off the bench. Although the Warriors shot 43% from the field and won 8 of 4-5 from beyond the arc, their strong defensive performance held the Rockets in check in the first half. They pulled away in the fourth quarter, limiting the Rockets to just 20 points. On the other side, the New Orleans Pelicans remain undefeated, pursuing their third straight victory after securing a 96-87 home win against the New York Knicks on Saturday. Brandon Ingram led the team with 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Zion Williamson added 24 points on an efficient 1-2 of 1-7 shooting. C.J. McCollum chipped in with 12 points, 7 assists, and 4 steals. The Pelicans shot 46% from the field and 9 of 3 from beyond the arc, but their defensive performance was the key to the win, holding the Knicks to a meager 12 points in the first quarter. In terms of injuries, the Warriors have no players listed on the report, while the Pelicans will continue to be without Najee Marshall, Jose Alvarado, and Trey Murphy. The Golden State Warriors face a tough task with back-to-back games, including a flight from Houston to New Orleans. In contrast, the Pelicans enter the game well-rested with their key players in good health. The availability of Draymond Green, who is expected to make his season debut against Houston, could also be a factor in this game. The Warriors are undergoing some changes, including the return of Green and Paul coming off the bench. This transition is unlikely to be seamless and may affect their performance on Monday. Additionally, the Warriors will be playing the second game of a back-to-back, while the Pelicans had a day of rest. The New Orleans Pelicans are a well-balanced team, ranking 13th in schedule-adjusted offensive rating and 11th in defensive rating. They are a young and talented team looking to prove their mettle. The Golden State Warriors have shown glimpses of their potential in their first 3 games, but their offense still has room to grow. Moreover, the Warriors are an older team and playing on the second night of a back-to-back. The New Orleans Pelicans have started the season impressively, with their health and form boosting their confidence. If they can maintain good health, they could be a dark horse for a deep playoff run. While the Warriors are still finding their rhythm, they looked more cohesive in their win against the Rockets. The Pelicans have hit the ground running this season, making them appear more settled in these early stages. New Orleans has been effective at limiting fast break points, as has Golden State. Both teams have been among the best in defending the three-point line. With the status of Stephen Curry and Draymond Green listed as game-time decisions, it's challenging to envision Klay Thompson and Chris Paul fully making up for Curry's absence. The Pelicans have displayed strong defense, which should benefit them in this contest. So the New Orleans Pelicans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. These teams have been effective at limiting fast break points, with the Warriors allowing the 4th fewest and the Pelicans the 7th fewest. With Stephen Curry and Draymond Green's availability in question, the offensive output from Klay Thompson and Chris Paul may not fully compensate for Curry's absence. New Orleans boasts one of the league's top defenses, which could be crucial in this matchup. Additionally, both teams excel at defending the three-point line, with the Pelicans leading the NBA in opponents' three-point percentage at 23.7%, and the Warriors ranking 8th with a 31.5% opponent's field goal percentage. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.